Okay, so it's been over 2 weeks since I recorded. I've been working out here. I just haven't had time to record because I had to get ready for the holidays and Thanksgiving, and I wasn't working on this much, but just a couple like hour or two here and there was enough to finish it. So I got the braces back on. I got that fixed up. This right here, I don't have the gas tank in. I had to take it out, but yeah, so when I put this on here, I'll show you how to build it. I'll put everything in the description that you're going to need to build this. I didn't need to paint the cap, honestly. Probably should have just left it silver. But I'll give you the dimensions on how I built this right here. So I took these 10mm nuts right here. This thread's actually 8mm, but I have tons of extra bolts here. So what I did was, when I built this, I welded a nut on each corner. The plastic ones were silly. Like, I don't like the plastic ones. These ones are way better. But I'll give you the dimensions on how I built this. And the reason why I built this is because no matter how I put the fuel tank in there, no matter what I did, it was just too high. Like, I had to cut a hole here and do all this, and it was a huge amount of work. This right here is 10 by 10 by 10, and that should be plenty, but I'll show you on my phone what you need. It cost me an extra 30 bucks to build this because I had to cut a lot of it, and I'll put this in the description. So this is all 18 gauge weldable, and that's what you need right there. 4 pieces of 2 by 10, which will build the frame around it, the outside edge, and then you're going to need a 10 by 10 18 gauge, and that'll create the lid. You just have to cut the holes. The hole's not even perfect. I mean, I'm horrible at cutting circles. Like, I just can't do it, but you won't see it when the lid's on. But yeah, I'll leave these in the description of what you're gonna need. You can order it at metal supermarkets, and basically I'm gonna silicone this because it's not gonna seal 100%. Even that one over there doesn't seal. The original one, it doesn't seal. You need silicone, so I'm gonna have to, anytime I take it off, I'm gonna have to tear it up. So what I'm gonna do is put this on, and and put the screws on first and make sure it doesn't leak. This is probably gonna be a way longer video because I have so much more to cover, because I haven't done a video in 2 weeks and I want you guys to get all the parts. So yeah, that's how that's gonna go on. I'm gonna make sure everything's fitted with the fuel lines, make sure everything works. I already tested the fuel pump, that works. And that's how I'm gonna do that. Once everything's ready to go, I'll seal it with Honda Bond, and I should be good to go. Let me get the light so you can see, because I want, if you build this, I want you to get all the right parts. So the fuel fittings honestly aren't a huge deal. Everything's gonna be custom, so that's gonna be different. Hold on, let me fix my phone so I can tell you. I want to tell you all the right sizes because I wrote everything down if you want to copy this build. Okay, so get my line in there. So you're gonna need I bought these in a 2-pack, so this is a 90-degree, and I'll put that all in the description. A 5/8 by 5/8 barb, and then I cut a little piece of hose right there. So that hose is 5/8, and I just cut a little piece, made it 90-degree. This right here is I believe it's half-inch. That's half-inch hose right there, and these are gate hoses. You can get them from O'Reilly's. I don't recommend getting the Duralast ones. They're just not as good as the gate, and you get that at AutoZone. So I went to O'Reilly's. I had a hard time getting that, but I got it. That right there, you need that fitting, and that's going to be a half-inch barb to a 1/4-inch barb. And I'm going to stop the video and install the gas tank so you can see what I'm talking about. Everything's kind of a mess right now, but it's all been painted, rubberized underneath. And I have all the evap stuff connected, so basically this right here, this hose, I'll even give you a dimension on that. This hose right here is going to connect to that. And then that hose right there connects to this, and then those are my other evap lines. This right here I gotta hook up, but now we're gonna go to all the, or actually I'm gonna show you the list so you can see what you need. So you need 4 feet of 5/8 hose, and make sure that it's for fuel line. I forgot what the name of it. I think it's called like, it's called strip something. I'll give you the part numbers, but yeah, you need that, and then you need a 5/8 by 5/8 barb. You need a 1/4 by 1/4 inch 90-degree barb. That'll be for the EVAP. So basically, like everything on this list, 4 feet of hose. Here's the part numbers right here. So I used 1/2 inch and 5/8, so here's the part number. This gate hose right here, so that's the 5/8 Gates hose, 1/2 inch Gates hose. You need 1 foot of it because they only sell it by the foot, and you just need like a couple inches right there, however you want to design it, but a couple inches right there. And then you're going to need a Gates 1/4 inch fill hose right there, and that's the part number for that. See, I made sure I documented this and did every step of the way, so if you copy this, you have everything you need to copy this build basically. Okay, so I'm going to go under the car. Damn, I took the blanket. Okay. Yeah, I got a mess right here because I got all my tools out. And I'll show you what I did under here. So you can't even see it, but everything's factory. So the first thing I'll tell you I did is see this this box right here. Oh man, I can't really get it. Okay, so wait, okay, this right here. So this box right here is a breather box, and this line connects to the diff, and the diff needs to be able to breathe. So you don't want this just hanging out because you'll get dirt into the diff, and this is just a breather filter. And how I hooked it up is I just put another bolt on it and put it on the longer bolt. So when he gave me a longer bolt, it was a good thing because I was able to put the nut on there, and it's securing this right here, and yeah, it secures this right here, and I got a vent. So let me show you the EVAP. So I did it like this, put a clamp there. EVAP goes, this is going to be difficult to do because I'm upside down, but let's see if we can get it. Okay, this might be easier. So yeah, it's hooked up like this. My vent here goes to, oh shoot, this is so hard. The charcoal canister basically right there. Those are the EVAP lines going into the car. See that plastic piece right here that's connected? That connects right there. I just removed it and just stuck it in there. Here's that other line I was talking about that runs underneath the car. That goes to the EVAP purge valve in the front of the engine. And there, now we can see it. Okay, so yeah, that goes in there. You're just gonna have to watch my other video on how this is hooked up, but basically, yeah, that's how that. It's so hard to get in there, so for all the wiring right there, all this wiring, all I did was extended the wires. I just needed to extend 2. The other 2 didn't need to be extended. Here's where you're gonna need, because I have this running. This is where you're gonna need the 1/4 inch 90-degree, because that connects like that, and then boom, this line goes into the second valve, purge valve on the gas tank. Same thing right here. I just rewired it, loomed it, not rewired it, but loomed it and extended all the wires. I built a brace right here, and all I did was I welded nuts up here to the original bracket, and then I used some Loctite and bolted them there. So there is nuts holding this up. I mean, it fits perfectly well in here. Like, those are connected, so I basically have everything stock. So you can see here another nut. I couldn't really weld under here. It was so hard. The metal's so thin. That metal, my welder has too many amps for this metal. That metal's like 22 gauge. As soon as you light it up, it just burns a hole through it. So you gotta basically just keep tack welding it up. But yeah, everything under here is basically like stock. So. Okay, the gas tank's in, as you can see. Boom. And then you can see my lines. Let me see if I can get the light in there. Yeah, I'm routed. There's like a gap. See the gap? The line's going through that gap right there. Gas tank's in. It doesn't take very long to put this thing in. It's pretty quick. And then you can see it up here. How I have it set up. Let me see. See, I have the line going that way. That one like that. And then that for the fuel pump to hook up. And then it gives me plenty of space to work in here to run the fuel lines too. Space was a problem before. With this, you don't have to run the 3-inch spacers on the bottom. Like 2.5's enough. But I figured this is 2 inches right here. So in order for it to be low enough, it would be 5 inches. But then it would be lower to the ground too. So I couldn't lower the gas. I had to build this. There's no way out of it. And then this right here is just gonna go, bam, screw in the bolts. They're just gonna, boom, like that. But I'm gonna use Honda Bond on this because it's gonna need it. You can't get 100% seal. I thought these things sealed 100%. They kinda do. They're just not. They're not great. But yeah, this is pretty much finished now, and I just gotta put my rear bumper on, but I'm not gonna do that in the video because everybody knows how to do it. The rear bumper actually just takes me a couple minutes. Like, it's just 2 screws, and you can see where I cut it out, the lid on the metal. I just took a drill and went around, and yeah, you can see all that. So I'll do some more videos, but it'll be for the rest of the car, not the gas tank. Alrighty.